much, and he just, So, and then I decided, no, I wouldn't do it. I did, I just didn't. But I'm going to do it, but I cut it down. Minute and 15. Take a little longer if you want to. Thank you. Okay.
Don't you worry.
I have another sentence I want to add.
All right.
Hope they keep winning. Huh? Oh man, don't they look good?
I'm shocked. I fell asleep in the second. I saw the first half against Alabama. I'm like, okay, we're right there. We're right where we should be. But then we blew them out.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Well, that's what I told my wife, Barbara. I said, she said, oh man, I think you're still the king. Your coach talks to him, and they come out and watch their back. And they do. Remember what the coach says. We're going to shove some bodies around.
That's
Huh?
good. That's
Where do
good.
you want me to sit?
That's good. Hi, Dinah. How are you? How are you? Good to see you, Steve. I just hope everything goes okay with them on Tucson 3. Hey, Autumn, are you getting interviewed today? You're not, are you?
Get your raffle. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Get your raffle tickets. Raffle tickets are open. Get your raffle tickets. Raffle tickets are open.
Good to see you, bud. I got my thing from John. Tracy, I think it's your daughter's birthday, but I don't know if we were going to be able to meet for the beefsteak.
Hi, Ernest. Nice to see you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, and you also, right? Your birthday also? Your birthday too? The third, okay. Today.
Wrong me twice for
I
me.
know, it's kind of odd. I fell on the birthday. February of 22. I'm almost a rookie.
Tell me, what attracts you to Rotary?
The fellowship is more than anything. And also just what it does for our community.
Enjoy your lunch. We'll see you in a few minutes. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
Nothing like pizza in front of 150 people. So there's nothing like eating in front of 150 people.
Raffle tickets. Get your raffle ticket. Get your raffle tickets. Raffle tickets for sale.
that people don't even know, like worldview, that's the balloons up in the outer balloons and all. There's so many that people don't even know about. Yeah, and so I think that's probably the biggest. And the University of Arizona, their programs are incredible. I belong to the space program, the astronomy. I belong to a group called Caballeros del Sol, and we do tours once a month. And we often go to the university and get behind the scenes tours of like, oh my goodness, incredible. Some of the technology that they have, like we went to the genome lab. Unbelievable the stuff that they're doing, health and technical and astronomy, and it's incredible. University of Arizona is a really gem.
She spoke about the new space telescope.
Is Lori here?
Yeah. Web.
Well, I gotta get down web.
They did.
Where's Chuck? Good morning, everyone. Happy December to you all. And we have, to start, we have Lori Schroeder, who joined 11/13/25. So she's been with us a long time. Retired financial services, and she will lead us in the pledge and song.
All right. Are we ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. No piano today?
Nope.
Okay. No.
No piano, so we get to hear you all a cappella. This will be beautiful.
You can
so
do it.
Star Span-
All right.
And it's an easy song, the Star Spangled Banner.
At the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Pretty good, Lori. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Yeah. All right, nice job. Nice job, folks. Now what we've got next, we have the Senegal video.
Hi, everyone. Here we are, the Rotary group, and we're in Senegal and at the beautiful Princess Hotel in Sala. And we're here to work on the global grant that we got through Rotary International to work with an orphanage here.
Awesome. Yep. So thank you. We're here in the beautiful Senegal, and like Doc said, we're definitely going to be checking it out, making sure we get the process started, and we're looking forward to doing that. And this is my brother, Mas, who runs the school here. So, yeah.
Welcome to Senegal.
All right, and I hope all of you know a lot of people in this club have given a lot of money to help with this global project that we're in, and they've a lot of work too. Not just the money's coming in, but all the effort that you have to go through to get a global grant. Thank you very much, and my grant boys down here. Thank you very much. Now I would like to, on a more solemn note, a moment of silence, if we could have, for Steve Ochoa. For those of you that knew Steve really well, you know he did not know somebody that was not his friend. I mean, he's the nicest guy there was, and I truly think when he joined the club, which was in 22, he already knew more people than I knew in the club. He knew everybody. So Steve passed, was a member of the club since October of 22. He was 81 years old. There's no information at this time, but flowers have been sent by the club, and cards are being circulated for Steve's family, so please take a moment right now, if you would. All right, thank you very much. Now we have our inspiration. Dr. Alan Rogers will be doing that today, and again, it's great seeing everybody this morning.
Thank you, Bobby, and with apologies to Mitch Pisak. Where are you, Mitch? Why, and this is supposed to be inspirational, why are we Rotarians? To give back, to help others, to make our community a better place, to make the world a better place. Yes, sure, all of those things, but the question is, why are you a Rotarian? What type of person is a Rotarian? The saying is, one thing beats 10 things started. Completion beats perfection. You are a Rotarian because you get things done, because you are effective in your job and in your personal life. If something happens, you don't get mad, you get effective. If Rotarians say they will do something, they do it. You get things done. Rotary International gets things done. Polio will be eradicated. The Tucson Rotary Club gets things done. Our car show will be a great success. That's what a Rotarian is. That's what you are. Thank you for being Rotarians.
And now we have the introduction of guests from Dan Com, a member since January 9th of 2020 with State Farm Insurance and Oral Roberts University.
Thank you, sir. Well, I feel like I just saw so very many of you just Saturday, I guess. So more to come on that. If you're a member, congratulations, you're the best club in town. If you're a guest, I can only tell you that you need to be a member. This is the best club in town. So when Bobby was talking about the Senegal trip and what they're doing right now, if you go to Facebook, they've been posting videos on Facebook about the Senegal trip and I believe Instagram. So I encourage you to go see what's going on every day in Senegal. That was just the first one that was sent last week. So they're having a marvelous trip. Okay, so now on to what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to do introduction of guests. If you're a guest here, we'd like to recognize you. If you would please stand so we can say hello. Guest of Debbie Shepard, Tanya Trutschak. Tanya? Hi, Tanya. Guest of Debbie Shepard, Miko Ankin. Miko? Hi, Miko. Guest of Debbie Shepard, Nancy Davis. Guest of Alan Rogers, Thomas Dew. Thomas? Guest of Alan Rogers, Pat Randalls. Pat? Guest of Cami Evans, Lori Stratton. Hi, Lori. Guest of Mark Irvin, Scott Gaffney. Scott? Come on, Scott. Up. Up. Let's go with it. Guest of Rob Lemaster, Frank London. Wow, you like that one, huh? Guest of Michael Guyman, Manny Felix. Manny? Guest of Laida Eisenman, Carson Keegan. Carson? All right. Guest of Joe Pennington, Mickey Pennington.
Hey, Mickey.
Guest of Lou Lancero, Robert Townsend. Robert? Last but not least, guest of Doc Kret, Michelle Spetnagel. Now, if you see yourself as you're a guest, because we have quite a list of guests, and you think, man, I need to join this club, the membership packets are right back with those two ladies in that back corner. So stop you by and get you a membership package, and let's get you in the club.
Thanks, Dan. Before we get to Margaret, I did just want to bring up one thing. We are on video, and it's 7 o'clock p.m. at Senegal right now. So if everybody would stand up and wave to the 9 people that came from Tucson to Senegal, appreciate it. Hey, guys. And the people that went, just so you know, are El and Aja Noy. Also, Hugh Thompson and his wife, Alan. Brittany Battle, Daryl Stewart, Erica, who worked with Dorina in our Rotary office, and then also Joe Pruitt from the Sierra Vista Club, and, of course, our esteemed leader, Doc Kret. So it's great that they made that trip. It's not a short one, I promise you. Okay. Now, Margaret Higgins will come up and introduce board candidates.
The first thing I want you all to do is take one of these that's on the table. It's a board candidate sheet of paper. Okay. Now, if there aren't enough on the table for the number of you, please wave a hand and a sheet will be brought to you. The second thing I want you to do is write your name on the bottom. Before you do anything else, write your name on the bottom. The third thing to do, thank you, Bruce, is write your badge number. So you've got your sheet of paper. We will have your name. We will have your badge number. Next thing to do is to mark no more than 3 candidates of your choice for the board upcoming. So note down 3, no more than 3. Now, if you're a family member or if you're an honorary member, you cannot vote. Oh, so sad, I hear. So again, I'm going to give you a second or two, and I'm going to tell you while you're choosing who to vote for, that when I saw the Senegal videos on Facebook, I was in tears. There's more than just that video. You actually see the children, you see the school, you'll see our Rotarians. Okay, so again, choose your 3, write your name, and write your badge number. And then somebody will come around and they will collect your ballots. It's important. Wave them up in the air if you must. And also, I will note that those that collect must collect from up here at the top table as well. I remember a few years ago, I was at the top table, and they forgot to collect us. And the announcement will come at the end of the meeting. Thank you, dear.
Go ahead.
Quick note, if by chance you've already voted online, do not vote again. Just occurred to me. Thank you.
Did everybody hear that? Probably not. If you already voted online, do not vote again. This is not Chicago. Okay, are we all done? We got shuts up. Yep. Okay, now I would like to introduce Dot's favorite part of the program, the Cookie Monster sponsor of the week. And this is a perfect person to be the Cookie Monster sponsor because he loves his cookies, big time. And right now it is Jonathan Walkup. He is the man. Where are the cookies? Where's Jonathan? There's Jonathan. Here he is. Jonathan, wear this proud. Thank you. All right, one quick thing before we introduce our speaker and who we've all been waiting for. I just did want to make a comment. Nancy, could you stand up a second? When I was car show chair in 2022, Nancy won the car. And I won't say her age, but I remember she said to me on the phone, it took like 4 calls because she thought it was fraud. And so finally she got back to me and she said, do you think it's right that a lady my age is driving a Corvette convertible? I'm like, sure, why not, you know? So this is Nancy. Congratulate her for us. And on another quick side note, Tom Dew, who was just introduced sitting next to Alan Rogers, I played flag football with him for about a decade. He's a heck of a cornerback if you need one, okay? Still, yeah. All right, now our program, who is introducing our program, is Debbie Shepard. She's been a member since March 31st of 22, Community and Social Services with Banner Health Foundation and Banner Health. And my introduction of our club member, who she's doing a great, I know she'll do a great job with our esteemed speaker, but she's the only person I would do this for, truly, for Debbie. She graduated from the Ohio State University.
Thanks, Bobby. Go Bucks, guys. Sorry. You've got that. Who said that? I love it. So it's my pleasure to introduce Alison Flynn Gaffney, Chief Executive Officer of Banner University Medicine, Tucson. As the leader of Banner's Southern Arizona operations, Alison oversees 3 large campuses, 28 clinic locations, and 8,200 dedicated Banner University Medicine team members here in Tucson. Her leadership extends far beyond operational management as she is transforming how we balance innovation with efficiency while maintaining the highest standards for our patients and care teams. With over 30 years of executive-level healthcare experience, Alison has received numerous accolades throughout her career, including being named the Senior Healthcare Executive Regents Awardee in both New York and Utah, recognition as one of the top women leaders in medicine for multiple years, and she was recognized by our own Biz Tucson on their list of women leading the region for 2025. Alison brings a unique perspective, driving meaningful change in the complex environment of healthcare, and we are honored to have her as our leader in Tucson. So please join me with a warm Rotary welcome for Alison Flynn Gaffney.
Who is that description? I'm not sure who that is. Hi, everyone. Hi. Right. Hi, Alison. So, do I get to use this at all? I should put that down there just in case. Thanks so much for having me here today. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now? Better? Is there a way to increase the volume? Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to preface with I tend to go off script, so you're forewarned. I am a born and raised New Yorker, so I can talk a lot. So Bobby might have to get the hook. But thank you again for having me here today. I love seeing so many people that I know in our audience here. I feel maybe someday I could be at least an honorary Rotarian. I want to shout out to Bobby, thank you for being here, and thank you for leading forward. Debbie, thank you for the introduction. And Dorina, wherever you are, thank you for all the help and assistance in getting us through today. A couple of friends in the audience I would like to also just make mention of. Mr. Mark Irvin, I don't know where he disappeared to, but just want to thank him for his personal and professional support, and he's a member of our Business Advisory Council. Michael Guyman, where are you? There you are, right in front. Just want to thank you and the Chamber for everything you do in support of everything that is Tucson and Southern Arizona. And then John, a fast friend that we met in just, a couple of months of me being here in Tucson, and just really appreciate you, your sage advice, and just who you are as a human. So thank you. I want to acknowledge a couple of other Banner University Medicine leaders that are here today. There's the whole table of them over there. So thank you for your leadership and helping me be able to deliver this presentation today and talk about our teams and missions. So I'd love to just have a conversation today and have it be less PowerPoint and me telling you facts and figures. There'll be a few of those, but I really love to tell stories. And the first story I'll tell is a little bit more about me. And I'll try to use the clicker well. There we go. So hi, I'm Alison. Hi. There we go. See? I know you guys were quick. And you're wondering why there's all these photos. So again, I'm not a text type of gal. I like to, again, tell stories with visuals. I'm a visual learner myself, kind of go blind when there's lots of words on pieces of paper. So I thought it would be a fun way to engage everyone to get to know me and our teams a little bit better and the incredible magic we're producing at Banner University Medicine with the support of all of you in our community. So first slide up, that's myself. You might have heard my husband's name mentioned here. I don't know that I've given a presentation in front of my husband before, so be gentle on me. He's here to create backup if needed. And our son Lincoln, who is a brand new Wildcat. So bear down, everybody. So that's how vested we are in Tucson. And part of what brought me to Tucson was all of you, was the people. I think my takeaway a year later, I celebrated a year in this role, in this humble opportunity about 2 weeks ago, is Tucson's a little quirky, Tucson's a little gritty, and Tucson's super genuine. And that's a spirit animal for me and my family. So we are all in on Tucson. Don't tell anyone, but Pippa is probably my favorite person on the planet. So that's Pippa, our Rottweiler. She's 5.5 years old. She was my favorite person until last night when she ate half of our gingerbread house. And Scott and I will not stop talking about that. It wasn't my fault. The next picture is partially of our family, and my parents are front and center there. And the reason I included this is because I am a family person, human first at heart. I am a wife, a mom, a daughter, a sister, a friend, a neighbor. The title is my occupation, but who I am as a human, I want you all to get to know. My mom, who's pictured there, my parents came to visit when I first arrived, when we first moved to Tucson a year ago, for 2 weeks and stayed 5 months because my mom got sick. So we're trying to convince them to move here now because of our incredible healthcare system as just one reason. But came for 2 weeks, stayed for 5 months, and I am forever grateful for our teams that saved her life, quite frankly, and have extended her life for many, many years, hopefully moving forward. So just wanted to give a shout out to Lynn, my mom. I'm going to skip the shark and the dinosaur for a second, and I'm going to go to another passion of mine is education and a young executives in waiting, team members in training, our student athletes. That's a photo of me with some of our Wildcats and an opportunity that I got to share about healthcare and healthcare careers. And that's just something, it's part of our mission in academic medicine, but it's part of who I am. And I've had the privilege of teaching in numerous colleges and universities around the country and doing some guest lectures, and I just love that opportunity to share lived experience and wanted to share that with you today. The shark. Can anyone guess what the shark is for? Diving, right? You see, you might know this story already. So I am obsessed with sharks. Shark Week is my favorite time of year. So much so that anything that I am afraid of, I need to learn as much about. And so for my 40th or so birthday, many moons ago, I went cage diving with great white sharks off the coast of San Francisco, the Farallon Islands, a federally protected nature reserve. I worked for the former mayor of New York City, Rudy Giuliani, at the time, so I like to say I may or may not have had access to be able to research the companies out there to make sure I picked the safest one based on their death and dismemberment claims. So I am still standing here. It was a great experience, and I hope what you take away from that and getting to know me more is I am a risk taker, but I'm a calculated risk taker, and I make sure that I do my homework. The last photo is, yes, I am in the Rex dinosaur suit, and that was just this past Halloween, me and many of our team members dressed up to spread some joy and cheer amongst our littlest of patients at Banner University Medicine and Diamond Children's, and to our teams as well, because you'll hear me talk about this morning or this afternoon about culture and about health and wellness and how important that is for all of us, and in particular our teams that are serving 24/7, 365. So now that you know me a little bit better, let's get to know us a little bit better. So it hasn't just been an exciting year for me personally and professionally, moving to Tucson. Our family, again, is all in. We've been honored and privileged to celebrate 10 years of the partnership with University of Arizona. The 10 years, I wasn't here then, I am here now, and my understanding is perhaps not always, right, what everybody was hoping for or looking for or wanted. And I just, again, you'll get to know me. I'm a very transparent individual. The great news about all of that is that 10 years later, a decade forward, we are in an incredible position as a partnership. And I believe President Garamella was here a week or so prior to me and shared some of that as well. And I'm just honored to be part of the next 10 years and more moving forward. Combining the expertise of not-for-profit healthcare with the strength and power of the University of Arizona is just an incredible opportunity, is a unique model around our country. Our combined experience in teaching the next generation of providers and healthcare professionals is unmatched. If you're interested in the economic impact, and I'll talk specifically about Tucson in a couple of more slides, but the economic impact of the partnership is at your tables in a handout, and that was published by ABOR, our Arizona Board of Regents, who helps guide everything that we do. That picture is of obviously the president. Our local board member, Rick Meyer, many of whom I think many of you know Rick, and he's our local Tucsonan representative on our Banner Health Board. And then Amy Perry, our president and CEO. And then we also have Greg from the Arizona Board of Regents. And then who saw the game last night? Okay. Toby Owaka, I mean, come on. So this is a picture of Toby and one of our youngest patients doing something that we like to call, right, just bringing our communities together and the connection, painting sneakers, and then the teams and coaches wore them and auctioned them off in support of our missions. And we're going to continue to do that, and we're actually looking to try to expand that through the Big 12 and see if we can be the catalyst for that. And then a shout out to TJ and El Tour de Tucson. And part of our opportunity this year was to bring some young riders along in El Grupo and be able to support them as a nonprofit that empowers young people through bicycling, offering after school and cycling programs, building confidence, life skills, teamwork, and getting to wear the team banner University Medicine at El Tour. So thank you, TJ, and thank you for El Grupo and their confidence in us as a partner. Some additional examples of the 10-year anniversary and where we were and where we are just our trauma outreach and education program. We have athletic trainers at our local schools and our amazing Camp Scrubs. And I'll talk a little bit about Arizona athletics in another slide or two, and a big announcement that we collectively did this year. So you're like, Alison, what does this mean for me? What does this mean for my family? What does this mean for my business? What it means is impact. Academic medicine is all about impact and the tripartite mission of patient care, education, and research. The photos there are real photos. That is Dr. Ken Lichty. He's an internationally recognized clinician. His expertise is in fetal surgery. Baby not yet out, fetal surgery. Fetal medicine and pediatric surgery, including complex surgeries performed on unborn babies and children. He also conducts research in wound healing and regenerative biology. Dr. Ken Lichty supports us on a 24/7, 365 basis here in Tucson and Southern Arizona, so our families don't have to leave their homes and their community. We are the first and only comprehensive fetal surgery program serving Southern Arizona, and I'm super proud of that on behalf of our teams. The next photo is my head in there in the background, and myself and Dean Abacassis at the most recent White Coat ceremony, so representing our education. So our newest 120 medical students of our University of Arizona College of Medicine here in Tucson. That ceremony recognizes medical students' entry into medicine with their first physician's white coat, the garment of their future profession. And then lastly, Dr. Paul Larson, one of our neurosurgeons and researchers whose extensive breakthroughs on stem cell therapy and impacting Parkinson's patients in transformative ways is something that we're also extremely proud of. And these are just 3 snippets of what happens 24/7, 365 within our walls, virtually or otherwise. And what the team can attest to that I say all the time is healthcare is a unique field. It is a business, right? We do have to be good fiscal stewards, and we are, and I'm proud of that. However, it is open 24/7, 365, and most of our clients, most of our consumers don't want to be there. Even if we save your life, even if the birth of the baby goes well, you'd rather be at the game, you'd rather be here, you'd rather be home celebrating something with your family or sleeping. Quite frankly, you don't want to be in the hospital. So that requires a different mindset. And through academic medicine, we live that through our missions, and we deliver that through our presence. So 24/7, 365, you all have access to us. And we thank you, and I thank you on behalf of the collective we for your trust in having us be your healthcare partner. We have a network of care in our community with 3 medical campuses, 2 acute care hospitals, a nationally recognized, the only NCI designated cancer center in the state of Arizona, and 28 medical clinics and growing. The future of healthcare, academic medicine, community health delivery is ambulatory, is bringing the care to all of you and to the patients and communities we serve, and we're focused on that in our strategic growth. We care for our neighbors, friends, and families and loved ones, and we also employ them. So we also have 8,200 people and growing serving Southern Arizona. We are one of the largest contributors to our local economy. Good jobs equals spending money and purchasing for area businesses, and we're proud to be part of that. Our economic impact in Tucson alone in 2024 was over $1.1 billion. As a nonprofit, our margins go back into investing in our communities and our people and our teams, our education and our research to be able to serve. We want to be able to continue to grow and evolve, and advocacy and philanthropy also helps us do that. So thank you for the support. Out of that $1 billion, I'll just give 2 examples of how that money is spent. $77 million in training and education programs, $22 million in financial assistance for our patients in our underserved communities that can't afford healthcare services. Our job creation of clinical and non-clinical roles, our internships and workforce development, and I'll mention a few of our partners, I know some of you are in the room today, is also a critical contribution. As we grow, our communities will as well. So this is a little bit of the humble brag slide. Really proud of the accomplishments of our teams. I've been here a year. The foundation was built by the collective we, and I'm honored to help lead our movement forward. Our commitment to quality and safety is also unmatched and recognized outside of Tucson. We are number 1 again as the number 1 hospital recognized by U.S. News and World Report serving Southern Arizona for multiple years in a row. Our Tucson campus, and soon to be our South campus, is magnet. And what magnet recognition means is that our nurses are the top of the top. It demonstrates superior nursing practices, professional development, and leadership. We are the only hospital serving Southern Arizona that is magnet designated at our Tucson campus. Joint Commission, the gold seal of approval. We've all had that since we were little kids. If you got that gold star, you got that gold seal, you took it home to mom or dad and you were super proud. I'm super proud of our teams that we get the gold seal. Our South campus is a three-peat. So for the last 3, 6, 9 years in a row, we have received Joint Commission gold seal standards with no conditional findings, which means we're not doing anything bad, in simple terms. The publicly reported data, though, is people, and that's what I would love for you to take away. So the logos are wonderful and mean something and are part of our marketing and communications and our recognition internally and externally, but there's people behind all of that, making that happen and that commitment. Investments in patient safety, infection prevention, and new technology continue to enable our commitment to all of you to provide the highest level of care and experience. Healthcare is a team sport. I had the privilege a couple of weeks ago of walking in the Ronald McDonald House, Walk for Kids, and you'll see there the Ruiz family. And their daughter is seeking treatment with us at Banner University Medicine for leukemia. I mean, it's super challenging to be a patient. It's super challenging to be an adult patient, never mind a pediatric patient. And illness affects the whole family and siblings, as you see her brother there as well. So it was just a privilege to be, anytime I can meet one of our patients and be able to talk to them and their family, it's just so meaningful for me and for our teams. They are an inspiring example coming all the way from Nogales to receive the treatment that our clinicians deliver at Banner University Medicine. Arizona Athletics. Lights of Love just happened last week. It's all a little bit of a blur. And our football team, right, our Holiday Bowl-bound football team came out and invested their time in our littlest of patients at Banner University Medicine Diamond Children's Medical Center. And it was just an incredible example of a true team sport and how our community gathers around one another. And then I'm going to tell a story about me and Jennifer. So Jennifer Mendrzicki is the CEO at TMC Health here, serving Southern Arizona as well. And Jennifer was the first person, other than a Banner individual, Banner University Medicine individual, that when the press release went out about me joining our community, she was the first person to reach out to me to welcome me to Tucson. Fast forward, we realize that the two of us grew up in the same town in the Bronx. Like, what? How does that happen? Two female CEOs, for starters, quite frankly, two female CEOs serving Tucson, and she knows the younger sister, I know the older brother. We may have been in and out of the same bars when we were back in the day, but we collectively were just shocked by that, and that started, even though we are technically competitors, that started a mindset and a relationship and a connection that will be unbroken forever. She is an incredible human. It's an incredible organization, and we're proud to serve alongside them here in Southern Arizona. And one night after this connection, and Scott can attest to the truth, I said, I'm going to text Jennifer and see if she's up for this. And the long story short was, I said, you know what? Let's not waste this opportunity of the connection that we have as two humans. Let's serve Southern Arizona and show our community that the two largest not-for-profit healthcare organizations serving can get together for the pure heart health of our community. So she and I are the 2026 co-chairs for the AHA Heart Walk coming up April 18th, and I expect to see all of you there. So that's just to show you, again, a little bit more insight into who I am, who we are, and how we're leading forward at Banner University Medicine. For the pure heart health, it's just so important. We're promoting not just, healthcare is an interesting field where we are in the business of sick care. And what I would like to propose is that we continue to evolve to be in the business of well care and whole health care. And honestly, I don't want to see any of you in our buildings, virtually or otherwise. The best things we can do is help to educate and help to create more workforce to be able to take care of those that need it when they need it most, and educate on how to stay out of the hospital and our clinics. Pima JTED, Pima Community College. The other components of healthcare being a team sport is workforce development. We are very fortunate here in Tucson where there are shortages, but there are not as critical, we are not in as critical of a state as other parts of the country. Where we are challenged is in our primary care, and I hear from many of you, many of the people outside this room about that, and we're really working on that and investing in that, and with partners at Pima and Pima JTED developing the pipeline for healthcare careers younger and younger and getting folks interested in not just wanting to be clinicians, but anything, any job you can think of, you can do in a healthcare environment. And that's where we're really focusing moving forward. At the end of the day, it is people caring for people. We are, we like to think of it as it's not personnel, it's personal. Our connection to purpose, similar to everyone here, the Rotary Club, we are focused on service above self. The first photo is myself and Dr. Andy Tang. A little birdie told me he might have spoken to you all a couple of years ago. He's just a wonderful human and one of our lead trauma surgeons and our physician executive. We're fortunate that we are the only ACS certified level 1 trauma center serving Southern Arizona, our PEDS trauma center as well, and the only comprehensive burn center serving Southern Arizona. And that's all people, that's our team members, again, 24/7, 365. There's a picture in the middle with myself and one of our patients, Mr. Wayne Gunmanson and his wife. Just a few weeks post-emergency brain surgery, Wayne came and honored us with his presence and his wife's presence at one of our events and gifted to our neurosurgeons, Dr. Chua and Dr. Julie Politzis, a photograph in gratitude and thanks. And again, it's those moments where our missions that we talked about earlier in academic medicine come through in real life. And then Zoo Lights. Yes, that's me with the shark, crazy, holiday sweater, and the Santa hat with the first family that was in line that are our team members. And we had over 3,000 team members over the couple of nights that we sponsored Zoo Lights as a thank you for all the years' work for our team members come through Reed Park Zoo. And it was just an incredible experience. And the takeaway here is patients first and our team before self. So what's on the horizon? There are many unknowns in healthcare. We see the headlines, I read them every day, I'm sure you do as well, about the instability of funding and how we're leading forward. What I can confidently say to all of you today and make the commitment eyeball to eyeball is that we're not going anywhere. And we're investing and spending our dollars in a fiscally responsible and stewardship way. Our commitment to caring for community remains unchanged, and it's our entire community. We'll continue to be nimble and flexible, agile as we navigate those headwinds and make preparations for them. We're recruiting top talent. Our 2 new chairs that are going to be joining us here as new Tucsonans in the new year, Dr. Lisa Chamberlain is going to be our new pediatric chair, and she's coming from Stanford. Our new OBGYN chair, Dr. Marta Crispin, she's coming from Vanderbilt. Tucson is on the map. And we might not want to be fully on the map because we want to protect who we are and what we are. However, from a healthcare standpoint, we're looking to recruit the best and the brightest and have them come here and serve our community. And I'm really excited about their arrival. We're opening new locations. We're expanding access. We're kicking off our strategic planning for the next 5 to 10 years and how we will bring care closer to all of you. We're modernizing our facilities. Not all of our facilities look the same, and we want to make sure that you're all having the same experience and everyone outside the doors is having that same experience. Safety, quality, impact. We're strengthening our community partnerships. I think, Mike, gut check me if I'm wrong, I personally have had 216 community interactions. Some have told me the first time the CEO of Banner has come and met with them. One example is our tribal partners in the Pascua Yaqui tribe, the first CEO to step on the reservation. And I'm proud of that. And that will continue. So it's not just year 1 because I'm new and I need to get out, and it's not about a photo op for me or a logo. It's who I am as a human. It's who we are as a leadership team. We will always be a lifelong community anchor. So a little heads up for all of you of what's coming soon. This is a photo. Chandler Warden is in the middle, one of our community members. We were honored and thrilled to name this beautiful space. This is the front entrance, the waiting room of our new pediatric ED. So you will be the first to know when and how it's coming. The Warden Family Pediatric Waiting Room was supported by the Bert W. Martin Foundation. Chandler's a tremendous friend and a tremendous supporter. What you hopefully can see in there is Sedona holding Arlo. And Sedona and her family, including young Arlo, we were honored to have them there, and we will have them when I make this next announcement. They came to us in a medical emergency for Arlo, and I'm so happy that he and his brother were able to join us and their whole family, and we now care for their entire family. But I particularly love my high fives with Arlo, because he was pretty good at it. And I'm very proud to announce to all of you today that our new expanded pediatric emergency department will be opening on Friday, January 16th of next year. We're so excited to be able to serve our littlest of patients and our families in a warmer, welcoming, more appropriate environment for our pediatric patients. So in closing, I'm a big quote gal. I should have started with a quote, but I'm going to end with a quote. I hope that you all feel our commitment, my commitment to our people of Tucson, of Southern Arizona, of our commitment to supporting families and fueling local progress. I hope that you also feel closer to me. If you see me in Safeway, please say hi. I tell our teams that all the time. And when I was in a salon and had my hair up in something and looking like a hot mess, someone came right up and said, "Hey, Alison." And she said, "You told us to do this." And I'm like, "Yes, I did. And how are you?" So please take me at my word. But I am a lover of quotes, so I'll share one of my favorites. "Blessed is the season that engages the whole world in a conspiracy of love." Tucson, you've welcomed me. I thank you for that. Thank you for having me today. Be safe, be well, and happy holidays. Sure.
Do you have time for questions? Do we have any questions in the audience? Gary?
I've never heard of neonatal surgery. That's
fetal surgery.
Yeah, fetal. That's amazing. What are they doing?
You ask the non-clinician. So I wish I had Dr. Lichty here with us. It is surgery within the mother's womb of the unborn child. And based on technology and advancements in medicine, not just at Banner University of Medicine, but around the country and the globe, we're able to now have the data and the evidence-based support to say that's possible, right? It obviously comes with risks, but it's possible. And to have Dr. Lichty here serving Southern Arizona, again, who's a nationally recognized leader in this, and to be the only ones, at the moment anyway, serving Southern Arizona in this capacity, we're just humbled and honored.
Alan?
Yeah, thank you so much for speaking to us today. Alan Rogers, retired primary care physician.
Come back. Come back.
Yeah, make me an offer.
Let's talk. Don't say that, Alan. I have witnesses.
I actually asked this of Dr. Garamella last week. They announced that they're adding 30 medical student slots in Yuma. Yeah. And then I hear that Tempe Normal up in Phoenix is starting a medical school known as ASU.
Right.
So the question is, do you have plans to increase the number of resident training spots to accommodate these students?
We do. We're expecting to go from that 120 number to 160. When? Over the next year or two.
Question here.
Yes.
I wanted to, I didn't hear you say anything about an affiliation with El Rio, so I wanted to ask about what your relationship is with our health center.
Yes, and I apologize. They're an extremely important partner in El Rio, and we depend on them greatly. Clint and I have made an incredible connection over this past year, and our teams are working right now to continue to extend that relationship so that together we can provide not just the training locations for our residents, but more service to our community.
Thank you.
So El Rio is a huge part of that. My humble mistake.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. over the last, and this question is along the lines of your wellness. Over the last 60 days, my wife and I have had an opportunity to enjoy the health care in both nonprofit organizations. One of the overriding views that I saw was excessive obesity of the staff. And I would like to know what Banner is doing about that. And that was in both locations, both healthcare systems. Secondly, at the cancer center, we noticed that there were bowls of sugar, candy, sitting out for cancer patients. And it's our understanding that cancer and sugar feed on each other. And I'm wondering why those bowls are out.
So let me see if I can tackle that. Thank you for the questions. We'll start with the bowls of candy. Unfortunately or unfortunately, the holiday season probably promoted some of those bowls. And I don't actually have you'll come to know me, I'm pretty transparent. I don't have a great answer for that. I believe that it's right to be a welcoming addition to coming to receive treatment. But I will take that back because that's a really good idea to not potentially have that there with the correlation of the disease we're all trying to avoid and fight. So thank you for that. Regarding obesity is a global challenge, a national challenge, and a challenge here in Tucson, in southern Arizona. And for our team members in particular, we have, and I'm going to blank on the name of it, but we have a whole wellness app that I participate in as well. And what we do to encourage people to participate, and it's from yoga, mindfulness, walking, exercise. We have that available during different points of the day where you can do a virtual class. If you're a nurse on the unit, you obviously need to accommodate that during your break times. If you're me, I can potentially schedule that during my work time, and we can have those virtual exercise classes or mindfulness classes. You can also do it off hours, and you get credit toward your healthcare insurance. So the more healthy practices you have, from non-smoking, healthy eating, the mindfulness, participating in exercise, different programs that we offer to all 8,200 plus people, so no one is excluded from that program, including our residents and our faculty. You get the discount off your healthcare insurance. You're welcome.
And as all of you know, we give away a book to our speaker. And Alison, you did a great job.
Thank you.
And you will be hopefully signing this book for us, and it'll go in our Literacy Connects library, and just pushing literacy all the time.
Awesome.
Thank
Love
you
it.
very
Make way for books.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Still learning, exactly. I'll be like this next June, just so you know. Then we got, very quickly, I wanted to run over something that goes on here. Ernie's going to be coming up for birthday next. And just hang on one second, though, Ernie, because I wanted to quickly tell the story of Mike Harris starting up the Ride-In Polio in 2009. And he couldn't get the district governor to make that a district project. So because that happened, the next year, and Casas Adobes, his group, ended up doing it, but the next year, Ernie took over and he made that a project for the district. And $75 million later, that's what has happened since Ernie did that. So I wanted to give him a big kudos. So Ernie, please stand up please. But I also wanted to have Gary and Charlotte stand up, because the two of you have been so instrumental in getting this all done after this. And Gary just informed me this morning that this year's ride raised between $2.2 and $2.4 million, and that's what took us over the $75 million mark for that. So thank you, Gary, very much. Okay, you're up now. You're up, big guy.
Thank you, Bobby, for that wonderful introduction. I don't know if I'm the oldest member of our club, but I think I'm approaching that. But I believe that Rotary gives each of us an opportunity to make the world a better place. And in my case, that opportunity came when Rotary friends invited me and Sally to West Africa to help them plan water projects. And our friends took us to many remote villages where we met the poorest of the poor with pressing needs. But in this one village, the village chief said, "You can see we have many needs, but our number one need is access to clean water. Would you like to see where we get our water?" And Sally and I said, "Sure." So we walked a long way, and we got to where the women were drawing water from a pond with pigs and cattle drinking in the same place. Now, I was so dismayed by what I saw, I made a very rash promise. And I said, "You have touched my heart and brought tears to my eyes. And I promise you, Sally and I will work very hard to find the resources to bring clean water to your village." And the women said to us, "When we get a well, our babies will stop dying." Now, my friends, that really got our attention, but we had no idea how to make good on that promise. But when we came home over the next few years, we visited 100 or more Rotary meetings all over this state and beyond. And because of the generosity of Rotarians, including some in this club, and because of the power of Rotary grants, which were talked about earlier, and by the way, Senegal is in West Africa, okay? Used to be the same district.
Ernie, we got to wrap it up, buddy.
All right. So, but because of that, now more than 50 communities in West Africa, Togo and Niger, have access to clean water and other needed humanitarian aid. Tens of thousands of lives were improved. My friends, that trip changed our lives and gave us great opportunity. I hope that each of you will find your opportunity. Thank you very much, and thank you for the extra time.
Thanks, Ernie. All right, well, I would like to introduce Bobby Larson because I am the next birthday person. So the only thing I wanted to say today is that something you don't know about me is our company, the Villas Assisted Living and Memory Care, has been awarded the best assisted living and memory care in the Tucson metro area for the past 10 years in a row. So that's what I got. Now we've got Tom Licklider, the one and only.
Thank you very much. Alison, first I want to say, several years ago, Banner University Medical Center literally saved my mother's life. Thank you. And thank you for allowing me to be a member. I'm honored and privileged to be a member of this organization. So a little humble brag, I'll tell you, many of you know that I'm a nationally competitive axe thrower. I've been competing for 6 years now. I've been to the World Championships 3 times. And last year, I traveled all over the country throwing in axe tournaments. I won 2, placed 3rd. I got invited to the Amateur World Championships in November of last year, where I placed 7th in the world. I got beat by a guy out of Japan, somebody out of Texas who took 2nd and 3rd. So it was very humbling and it was a great time. And after that, they promoted me. As of beginning of 2025, I am now a professional axe thrower. I've been promoted to professional. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. April of this year, I competed in the World Championships as a professional. I just found out last week I've been qualified and invited, because it's an invitational, not an open. I've been invited to the World Championships in April next year. So pretty exciting stuff. I really appreciate it. Chuck Sawyer made a point the other day. I'm the only professional axe thrower in Pima County. There's 1 million people in Pima County, so he said, Tom, you're 1 in 1,000,000. I've never been 1 in 1,000,000 of anything. Thank you, Chuck. I do want to mention that I now have my own players' cards. As a professional, you get to have your own players' cards, very similar to baseball trading cards. So I have about 40 or 50 of them here if you want one. They're worth about $3.50 on eBay. If I sign it, it drops to like 70 cents. So thank you very much. I appreciate you allowing me to be a member of this organization. God bless you all.
Great job, Tom. And I've got my card, so all of you better get your card out there. All right, now Gary Shearer, born on Christmas Day.
Here's a check. I'd like to thank you all for having me be a member for 48 years. He's a youngster. I'm 86. Got you beat. You're 88. Okay. I'd like to, my wife Barbara and I have made a significant contribution towards helping new Rotarians or old Rotarians become Paul Harris members. If you haven't already, I'd encourage you to talk to Charlotte. Charlotte, you've done a wonderful job in the Paul Harris arena. Keep the work up and see Charlotte about becoming a member, and she will possibly be able to help you with some funds. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gary, and happy birthday, boys. Okay, now we got Bruce Jacobs. Bruce will be introducing our newest member.
You know, for all the past presidents out there, I know you guys can appreciate that when you're up here running the meeting and you start running behind and you start sweating. But then when you look and you got a past district governor that's going to get the mic, and now you got another past president that's going to get the mic, now he's really going to sweat. So anyway, I'm really excited to be introducing my friend Lori Schroeder to the club. She recently retired. There's no way in hell she could have ever joined this club when she was working. Trust me on that one. But she came to the meeting, and there was no hesitancy in wanting to join the club. Lori was born in Southern California, in San Diego, and stayed in Southern California until 7th grade. Moved to Tucson in 1971, and for the most part, for 50 years, she was here the majority of the time. After she graduated high school from, wait for it, Rincon, she ended up falling into the escrow industry, which everybody in the title and escrow business fell into that business because nobody knows what it is. So she started her career at Transamerica Title, and for about 10 years she was living life on the run. She hid out in El Paso for a while and then Sacramento, and she joined First American Title in 1989, and then she moved back to Tucson with First American, and she claims that she went to work for the greatest boss of all time. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I added that in. So she worked for First American until 2005, and then she was offered an incredible opportunity with Title Security to become one of their escrow administrators. As fate would have it, in 2014, she ended up getting her best boss of all times back again. So anyway, the merger, First American and Title Security, the buyout happened in 2020, and Lori decided to go back onto an escrow desk, and for the remaining 5 years, she was one of the top commercial escrow officers here in town. She's got 2 great sons. She's got 5 grandchildren and 2 great-granddaughters. She enjoys spending a lot of time with them and feels blessed that they all live here in Tucson so she can be close to them. She loves to travel, been to many, many different countries, enjoys hiking, walking, socializing, and teamwork. But I think the thing that really clinched the deal on her joining was when I told her about the wine fellowship. So please help me in joining our newest member, Lori Schroeder.
Thank you so much.
All right, now Chuck and I believe Autumn and Jen, come on up. And Winston. You're on, Jen.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I am thrilled to introduce Autumn as a Blue Badger. She's a lovely addition to our membership club here, and she's wonderful.
Thank you.
Welcome, Autumn.
And I'm pleased to have Winston Welsh here, and happy to be his mentor. He's done a great job. He's one of our younger members. He was up in Phoenix, moved his kids down here, his son, to have his son down here, so moved from ASU just Phoenix, not ASU, coming down here. And he's done a great job, and is being one of our younger members with Crest Insurance. We're happy to have him. Winston, your blue badge.
All right, now we have Dan Comm, Sergeant of Arms, with our raffle.
All right, raffle time, moving right along. The first three numbers are 306. Wow. 369. 303, 369. Who's got the winning ticket? Might be somebody out in the thing. 303, 369. I'm sorry, 306, 369. It's my dyslexia. 306, 369. Six of clubs. All right, I got a real quick way to go. For those of you who were out bell ringing on Saturday, please raise your hand. So 2024, we had 7 locations, and we raised $5,000. I am proud to tell you in 2025, we had 9 locations, and the bell ringers alone won $5,000 just in those locations. And with donations from the club, we are going to be giving Red Cross over $8,500 this year. So, $8,500, and I'm taking the checks over in a couple days. Go ahead. Salvation Army. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I actually read that when I saw it. Salvation Army. It's the Salvation Army. Tom, kill me now. All right, and real quick, would you play my video? These are the people from Saturday. And look at all the smiles. We actually had one kettle we had to get emptied early. It was so full. So Salvation Army, now that we know what we're actually donating to, if you want to supplementally give some money, we're going to run some checks over to Salvation Army on Friday. So we're at 8541, I believe. So please feel free to give me a check or whatever for made out to Salvation Army. I'll take it over for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dan. Wanted to also let you know we got checks from our birthday boys. So thank you very much from the club. And then I wanted to make a couple of announcements. First of all, events projects are on tables, also up on the board and on the website. So if there's some of the activities that you want to get involved in, service project, that is great. I want to thank you all so much for my service project, the Community Food Bank that's on January 10th. I put the word out, I think it was 2 days ago, and we already have 28 people that have signed up. So that's over half already, because we're going to get up to 50 because they made a special deal because they knew it was Rotary coming. So they're like, okay, yeah, we'll open up both lines. So that's great. So we do need 22 more, but thank you very much. Rotary office will be closed the 24th, 25th, and 26th. Dorina was going to sleep overnight and just stay there, but she decided to let us let her off. The Red Badge selfies. We've got Nancy Gunger and Lori Schroeder on the Red Badge selfies. I was shocked it wasn't Rob Same, but there's Nancy and Lori, and always with smiles, absolutely. And then Diana Medeiros, you're going to talk to us about the service project winners for November and December.
Did Chris Edwards do every shift?
It's the chief cheerleader.
Yes. So I just want to tell you that 3 years ago, we had 15 volunteers for the bell ringing. Then I called Tom Strasberg, and he enlisted Dan Calm's help, and this year we had 75. I mean, just terrific. Hats off to you guys. And Charlotte mentioned for El Tour, our club alone raised $12,000 this year. So our service projects are off the charts. So we recognize the top volunteer of each month beginning in October. We had 3 people qualify in October with 5 points, and that was Dan Calm, Chuck Sawyer, and Daryl Berkheimer. And so we did a drawing, and Chuck Sawyer, it's your lucky day. Well, Dan's going to get it for the next month, so. So you want me to give it to Daryl? You're giving it away. Okay. So these are $50 at North. So Daryl, you get one, and for November, Dan gets one. And because you each got 5 points, you're already qualified for the big raffle at the end of the year. So you must get 5 service points throughout the whole year to qualify for that big raffle where we've got amazing prizes. So thanks to everybody for all your work, and thanks to all those 75 people who volunteered and all the people who rode in El Tour. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. I know it just makes you feel great doing that, and it's a great service to our neighborhood and to our town. Jenna Hoffman, I'm sorry, we got Dan Calm, membership minute. Oh, that's Alan. Sorry. Alan, Steve, Bobby.
Thank you, President-elect Bobby. All right, so membership minute, I was putting my thoughts together and what I wanted to talk about and what I wanted to highlight, and it became fellowship. And then I thought, you know what? I've spent some time trying to put this together. I'm just going to ask my trusted friend, ChatGPT. What should I say? That's all I asked. Check this out. When people think of Rotary, they often think first about service projects, meetings, or fundraisers. But one of Rotary's greatest and sometimes most overlooked values is fellowship. Rotary fellowships are where shared interests become shared friendships. Whether it's cycling, hiking, wine, golf, or professional networking, fellowships connect Rotarians beyond the weekly meeting. In a time when many adults struggle to find meaningful connection, Rotary often offers something rare, a place to belong, to be known, and to build friendships across generations, professions, and backgrounds. Fellowships strengthen our club because we don't just stay for the meetings, we stay for the relationships. They turn fellow Rotarians into trusted friends, collaborators, and sometimes even family. If you haven't explored a Rotary fellowship yet, I encourage you to. And if you're newer to Rotary, fellowships are one of the best ways to quickly feel at home. Service brings us together, fellowship keeps us together. It's pretty good, huh? So, if you're a guest and interested in becoming a member, I encourage you to pick up a packet at the back. We'd love to talk to you. Thank you.
And to let you know how much fellowship, it really does make a huge difference. I went to undergrad at the University of Illinois. Alan went to Purdue, and we get along great now. Say, now Jen Hoffman.
Well, hello, everybody. It's me, Alan. So I have the honor of announcing our 3 newly elected board officials. But before I do that, I think a huge round of applause to all of the people who were on the slate. We had an amazing slate. It was a really, really close election, but thank you all. We appreciate every one of you. The people that will be serving on the board are John Duvall, Cammie Evans, and Bill Tong. Congratulations. Again, it was a super tight race. All of the elected people, Cammie, John, and Bill, all stand, please, and give us a good parade wave. Thank you so much, and thank you again for everybody who was on the slate. It was a super tight one. It was a nail biter, guys. Nail biter. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much, Alan. All right. Now to finish up, I thank you to all of our guests and all of our virtual guests in Senegal for coming today, and hope you enjoyed the meeting. You had to enjoy the laughter. Welcome to all our guests. Please donate to our U of A and Pima Community College scholarship students as we continue to support our scholars. You can give to the cup. You can give also one thing that a lot of people don't know is you can go to Dorina and have it taken out of monthly, just a little bit monthly, and that ends up doing a great job for everybody. And then happy birthday to Ernie, myself, Tom, and Gary. And thank you to our cookie sponsor, Jonathan Walkup. Welcome, Lori. Congrats on your Blue Brett badge, Autumn and Winston. And thank you very, very, very much to Alison, Flynn, Gaffney for speaking with our club. You did a great job.
Hey, Bobby, we need to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and anything else you can think of. All right? Okay, folks, toast and adjournment. Guess we don't have anybody. You got something ready? Okay.
Yeah, this really is Alan. I'm doing the toast. Service above self. Here's to happy holidays.
Great job. Thank you, my friend, and thank you for the extra time. Anytime. Listen, it's hard. Listen, you're going to be a great president. I really look forward to your leadership.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Mark.
Bobby, how much are you giving?
Huh? $100. Yeah, I forgot to check.
To what?
What do I usually just Rotary, RC or something like that. Okay. General. Thank you very much.